get back on topic, though. So it's how to invest in real estate without any money. And there's 3 different types of investing. So you want to touch on those?
There's
first?
really 100 different types of investing, but there's the big 3. So let's refer to those as the big 3, because there is a bunch of ways, Mike. There's so many ways. And once you start going down the road of positioning and joint ventures and creativity and creative financing, like literally it just multiplies into hundreds, if not thousands of ways, right? But the big 3 that everybody is at least heard of or is aware of would be wholesaling, fix and flip, and landlording. So let's use this opportunity to talk about those big 3, guys. So what are they? Let's just break them down. I'll go with wholesale, and then you can take over, right?
Perfect,
so
man. Do it.
Wholesaling isn't really investing per se. It's really more of a marketing business, but you can turn a wholesaling business into an investing business or investing company. But basically, wholesaling, guys, is marketing and finding home run deals or really great deals. And it's using contracts to gain control of properties. And then it's selling the interest in that property or the ability to purchase. Or even another way to word it would be selling the contract. The beautiful thing about wholesaling is you don't need a lot of money because you're not actually buying typically the property. Instead, you're using paperwork to control it, and you're selling that control.
Yeah, that's great, man. And what's so cool about wholesaling, though, is you learn the business.
Oh, absolutely.
So you said it's not investing. I would argue that it kind of is, man.
It is.
You are you're doing a lot of legwork, and it's a true business, and you're spending a lot of time in it, even if you're not necessarily spending dollars on it. You know. So again, you learn the business, and I learned so much about buying off-market properties. I mean, it wasn't even a thing like 5-10 years ago. Like,
right.
It seems very pervasive now. A lot of people have heard of it. But again, very, very powerful way to do it. The next 2 are...
I got to interrupt for just 1 second. Some guy sent me an Instagram the other day and goes, hey, do you have any courses on how to find deals on the MLS? And I just responded, hey, thanks for your inquiry, but no. I have a ton of courses on how to find deals outside of the MLS, but not a single course on how to find them on the MLS. And the reason is because they're not on the MLS. Sorry, I had to get that out. It was eating me inside.
There might be a deal on the MLS, but the problem is when someone prices a property $20,000 under what it should be, it's going to get bid up to $20,000 or $30,000 over where it should be.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt. That was rude.
That's hilarious, though, dude. I love that. No.
I was like, no, sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any intentions of making courses like that because
it's BS.
It's the wrong approach.
You can't do that.
It's the wrong approach.
Again, you can find decent properties on the MLS.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can do your career by buying on the MLS. That's the cool thing about real estate too, is it doesn't matter what your timeline is. It doesn't matter. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. If your timeline is long enough, you're not going to lose.
You can mitigate your risk.
You're not going to lose if your timeline's long enough. That's what I was trying to spit out.
Fix and flip.
Back to the topic at hand: how to invest without any money. Fix and flip and landlording. So both of these are a pretty similar approach, depending on. It just depends on what you're going to do with the property. You're going to sell it right away by flipping it, or you buy a distressed property as a landlord and you sell it very, very slowly via someone renting it out. So basically you're getting paid very, very slowly in that method. But how do you do it with no money? And that is the $1 million question. And why would you do it this way? Another $1 million question. We're going to answer that right now. So how do you do it with no money? First off, hard money lenders. I think it's super, super overlooked. Most people are scared of using a hard money lender because hard money lender, I mean, Dave, that sounds scary to a lot of people. It's like, oh no, they're going to break my kneecaps or they're going to foreclose and take my property. No, a reputable hard money lender does not want to do that, but they are going to lend based on an asset more so than on the individual. And they're going to charge for it. So you're going to borrow from a hard money lender, but you're going to pay a pretty hefty interest rate.
Yes.
But here's why it makes sense. If you can't get the money from a bank loan, or
you don't have your own money,
have the cash,
and you don't have a great aunt or uncle that's rich that's willing to lend it to you, you can get the deal done. You can still do it because they're not necessarily looking at the borrower. They are.
They do. Yeah.
They do absolutely. But it's heavily weighted on the property, and that's why they're called hard money loans. It's not because they're hard to get. They should call them easy loans because they're super easy to get if you have a deal. It's hard money because it's based on a hard asset.
What